Hello and welcome to another edition of the S3 WrestleCast. I apologize if I'm not speaking too loud because it is late at night. Currently, it is Friday. I didn't get to watch the pay-per-view on Wednesday night, but I did watch it on Thursday, which was yesterday. Hopefully, this video will be up tomorrow, which is Saturday, and tomorrow I'll be also be recording my predictions for Fastlane. I'm not going to do it right now because I want to make this short and sweet. I want to get this over with. So NXT TakeOver Rival. It's a pretty good show. Not as good as our Evolution, but still pretty damn good compared to Raw and SmackDown, obviously. I mean, it's just notches above. There was 2 hours on the dot. Lots of wrestling. I think it was like 6 matches. We're going to go over each match one by one. But yeah, I liked overall most of the matches. I'm gonna get to the goods and bads of what I like and I didn't like for each match. But the first match of the night was Hideo Itami versus Tyler Breeze. Pretty good wrestling match. Both these guys, I like watching both these guys work. Hideo Itami needs to stop teasing the GTS. It's getting annoying. Just let him hit it, please. But Hideo Itami picked up the win, as he does his stupid finisher of the diving double kick, the diving double stomp in the corner, which is and then the Shining Wizard. They say like, I don't know, they say like flying kick or something. But it's, the running knee. It's the Daniel Bryan running knee, Shining Wizard, whatever you want to call it. It was pretty good. It was just kind of your run-of-the-mill match, but I like where these two guys are going. Tyler Breeze, they were kind of pushing him for a little bit, and I feel like Hideo Itami is kind of he's not like the next guy to get pushed, but I think in a year you're gonna be seeing Hideo Itami in like the title picture and stuff. So the next match was a no DQ match between Baron Corbin and Bull Dempsey. Man, these matches have huge potential, and I feel like they just keep ruining them with either time constraint or, if you're curious why the lighting's getting all wonky, it's because the only light right now is my computer screen. Baron Corbin and Bull Dempsey have the potential to have a really, really good match. But I feel like, I don't know, they're making Baron look too strong. It should be more 50-50. And they kind of wasted the no DQ stipulation because all they really did that was no DQ was kind of like throw each other in some stairs. Someone went through a barricade, and there was a chair in the ring at some point, but no one got hit with it. Overall, I think that was the worst match of the night. Next to one more match, but I think that was definitely the worst match of the night. But it was still okay. I mean, it was okay. I wish it could have gone better. And Bull was working over Baron for a while, and then Baron just hit his finisher, and then that was the end of it. So, kind of not a lazy finish, but just kind of like not the best, in my opinion. Next was the tag title match, Blake and Murphy, the champions, versus the Lucha Dragons. Really impressive wrestling match. I really like these guys. Both of these teams work in tag team. Very, very good job by both of these teams, man. Wesley Blake and Buddy Murphy, I mean, they're really, really cookie cutter and boring. The only thing I remember about him is that Buddy Murphy is Australian. Think Kurt Hawkins and Zack Ryder. I don't think, unless they change something about them, or at least try to flesh out their characters a little bit, maybe have them talk a little bit more, I don't see really any big things coming from them. I think they're transitional champions. I think the next guys that grab those titles are the Vaudevillains, and then the Lucha Dragons up, or at least, send Kalisto up as a singles guy. Because the Lucha Dragons are really, really good. So yeah, Blake and Murphy, yeah, I'm not a fan, but I don't dislike them. So, alright, the next match, tore down the house. My man Finn Balor versus Adrian Neville. Or if you have kind of scrolled YouTube like I have and watched their independent work against each other, I actually saw a little bit of their work in Japan against one another, but Prince Devitt versus Pac, and oh my god, it was like the NXT version of those matches. Man, this was an amazing match. It pulled out all the stops, perfect progression, perfect psychology, just everything went right in this match, and it was a number one contenders match, but it felt like they were fighting for something. It felt like there was something at stake, because there was. And at the end of the day, man, Finn Balor, I mean, he is excellent. He is the full package. Even more than Hideo Itami, because people can relate to Finn just a little bit more. Hideo doesn't have any kind of charisma yet. And Finn, he's got the whole package, and the badass entrance, and the athleticism, and the selling ability, and the charisma, and just, he's the whole package, man. But props to Adrian Neville, but they put on a great freaking match. But he's going up to Raw and SmackDown, hopefully. Now we have the Divas Fatal 4-Way match, which was a really, really good concept. But kind of like the no DQ match earlier between Corbin and Dempsey, kind of a waste of the gimmick. I think there wasn't enough time devoted to it. I don't think there was enough high spots with Charlotte looking stronger. It seemed like Charlotte was getting beat up the whole match, and just people were coming in and breaking up pins. Yeah, Bayley come back for just this match. Kind of weird. But all four of these girls, I mean, they can work. And at the end of the day, it's like, I kind of like the finish. Sasha Banks got Charlotte in the crossface and held it on her for mad long. Didn't even let her get to the rope break, and then just kind of backslided her, but got the pin because Charlotte was almost out. And that was good, psychology-wise. I just think the match could have been so much more with either a triple threat. In my opinion, Becky Lynch is kind of cookie cutter. Oh, we've seen this person before. Think Lita, Victoria. I mean, think any diva does really have like a kind of a rocker girl gimmick, Becky Lynch had no business being in that match. It should have been a triple threat. I think it would have been less cluttered. But overall, it was good for what it was. It was in my opinion, it's the second worst match of the night. Actually, let's rank all the matches right now, just because we're at the main event, and I will mention that the main event was fantastic, in my opinion. Wasn't the best wrestling match, but it was the best psychology match probably in the history of NXT. And like I said, almost with the Adrian Neville Finn Balor match, it was like, if you know these guys' history, it was such a great match. Oh my god. People have been waiting for this match for years on a WWE stage, and yeah, it's not on Raw or SmackDown or a pay-per-view, but you know what? Fuck it. Let's have couple NXT matches on Mania. Why not? Let them perform at WrestleMania. I know they're probably not going to do that, but it'd be a nice feature. But Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn, great match. I liked the finish because it was reminiscent of Brock Lesnar beating John Cena. Kevin Owens is a badass. And Kevin Owens is your new NXT champion. I didn't expect Sammy to lose the title when I saw where they were going with the finish. I was like, oh, this is going to be good. That way, the referee's going to stop the match. He's going to deem Sami Zayn unable to continue, but Owens is not going to get a pinfall, and Owens is not going to be champion. Well, they kind of flipped it. They deemed Sami Zayn unable to continue because Owens gave him like 7 power bombs in a row. And they just handed the title to Kevin Owens without even getting a pinfall. So he was a badass. Psychology-wise, it was brilliant. It was just a brilliant match. Watch it on the network if you have not, because it's great. So I guess we should rank the matches. Worst match would probably be Baron Corbin versus Bull Dempsey. Then the Divas match, Hideo Itami versus Tyler Breeze in 4th. Yeah, 4 out of 6. The third best match was the tag title match. Pretty good. Second best wrestling match. It's kind of a tie for me. The main event and the Number One Contenders match. They were good in different ways, but I think the best wrestling match was Finn Balor versus Adrian Neville. They tore the house down. The main event was great. It was great to see it, but I think that Number One Contenders match was the best match on the card. And even entertainment-wise, too. I mean, the main event was great, but I got a lot out of that Finn Balor Adrian Neville match, and I'm sure a lot of people did too. The crowd seemed to be loving it. And they were kind of dead for the Divas match after that too, which was another reason why the Divas match wasn't as good as it could have been. So overall, yeah, guys, for NXT Rival, I would give this pay-per-view a solid 8 out of 10. It was a solid watch, and compared to the last couple pay-per-views, it is light years ahead of those. So thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the next episode, hopefully a little bit longer and hopefully not in the dark.